Hello, everyone. This is our first time ever being on Instagram Live. I don't even know if this is working right now, but we're really excited about this. The theme for these sessions is all about mindfulness. And you might be wondering, why would you do sessions on mindfulness? We generally talk about marriage and relationships. And the reason is that for most people, there's more than just learning these various frameworks for how to do marriage well, right? So, in the 80-80 marriage, we have a framework for marriage that gives you all sorts of tips and techniques. There's people like John Gottman and Gary Chapman and all sorts of frameworks that you can go to. But underlying all those frameworks, there's this like deeper skill that's required, which is mindfulness. Because let's face it, if you're in the kitchen with your spouse and they say something that lands wrong, you can know all the best tools that are out there. You can know how to respond. You can have radical generosity in your arsenal, but if you're not mindful, if you're not able to see what's happening and become aware of it, maybe take a couple breaths, then it's kind of all for naught. So we really think about mindfulness as almost like the fundamental master skill that is required for both life and excelling in relationships or optimizing your relationship. So what my vision is for these Instagram live sessions is to just talk briefly at the beginning of each of these sessions, but then actually have a chance to practice some of these various mindfulness techniques. And I know that sounds totally crazy because for me, and I think for many people, Instagram is like the least mindful place imaginable, right? Like it's full of distraction, it's full of comparison, it's full of all of these somewhat destructive habits of mind. But I actually see that as kind of opportunity. I think that's kind of fun, to bring the practice of focusing our attention, becoming more aware, creating more mental and head space in this place that's kind of generally the opposite of that, which is Instagram. So with all that said, I want to get us into a practice for today. And I thought since this is the first session we've ever done, we'll start simply. There's like two primary things I want to explore here. The first is relaxation, which is a fundamental skill of mindfulness, but also for all of us who live in this crazy, chaotic world, relaxing the mind, relaxing the body, that's a huge skill. And then the second is just to bring our attention to the breath to cultivate this quality of present moment awareness, which is really the key to relationships. If you think about it, if you're not present, if you're distracted and your mind's all over the place, it's very difficult to connect and it's very difficult to experience love with your partner. So that's the goal. And what I'd love to do now is take us into a practice. So if you've never done any sort of mindfulness practice or meditation practice, really the first step is to find a comfortable seat. So generally recommend sitting with an upright spine. You can sit back in your chair, in your lounge chair if you want. Theoretically, you could lie down on the ground, but that's probably not the best place to be. That's a good recipe for a nap. So once you've found that comfortable seat, the next step is to close your eyes or just take on a soft gaze. And this is such a powerful and amazing transition. We're going from the world of doing and stress and Instagram and distraction to giving the mind a break. It's like a mind vacation we're about to go on. And it'll just be about 10 or 15 minutes. But what you might notice is that you immediately begin to slow down a little bit. And the next step is to just begin to feel the support. You might feel the support of the floor as your feet rest against it. You can feel the weight of your body against your chair. There's support in the form of the air we breathe. Support in the form of being in a house or an apartment or a room. And notice that you're breathing, and just check out the quality of your breath. You can use these early breaths to let go of any tension that you might be bringing into this, any residual emotion that's coming with you, or thoughts, lingering to-dos. I'll watch the time for the next 10 or 15 minutes. All you have to do is relax. So let's start by bringing your attention to the top of your head, to your scalp, and see if you can just soften, feel relaxation at the top of the head. Then your eyes, feel your eyes soften. Notice for a lot of us, there's a kind of tension or hardness around the eyes from staring at screens. Allow that to relax at ease. And the nose, mouth relaxes. Feel your neck. Bring your full attention to your neck. Feel your muscles in your neck begin to just relax as you bring your awareness there. A subtle letting go. Then you can bring your attention to your heart, your chest, relaxed, at ease. Your stomach, for so many of us, hold tension here. And start to notice the flow of the breath with the stomach and abdomen slightly moving in and out with each inhale and exhale. See if you can relax your stomach and watch that wave with each inhale and exhale. Then your hips, feel your hips relax. Soften. Your thighs. Feel your thighs soft, relaxed. Then traveling all the way down the legs to the knee. Feel this warm glow of relaxation moving into your knees. Then your calves and your shins relaxed, soft. And see if you can now bring your attention to your ankles, and your ankles start to soften and relax. And your heels relax. Top of your foot, bottom of your foot. And see if you can even bring your awareness into your toes. Feeling your toes relax. And now, we're going to bring our attention, our awareness, to the sensations of each breath. And there are all sorts of amazing mindfulness techniques and practices. We'll explore many of those in days to come. But this is like the foundation. It's like the core technique for everything that's to come. So start by identifying a point in the body where the sensation of each inhale and exhale is most apparent to you. A lot of people like the nose. You can really start to feel the subtle vibrations of breath at the nose. Your chest or region around your heart is another place you might consider. Or your abdomen, stomach area. Feeling that wave of expansion and contraction. So it doesn't matter which place you choose, but just pick one of those places. Bring your full attention to the sensations that you are experiencing in that place. So it's like you're becoming this investigator or like a scientist of breath. Experiencing the subtle vibrations. You might notice, if you're careful enough, that there's a difference in temperature between the inhale and the exhale. You might even notice that there's a subtle sound with each inhale and exhale. Now, if you are human, you will likely notice that you're able to attend to this sensation of breath, and then something happens. A thought, another sensation, an emotion. That is totally okay. You are doing it perfectly if that happens. The technique in that situation is simply to notice that, and then gently bring your attention back to the sensation of breathing. That's the magic moment of this practice. When you catch yourself wandering through thoughts and bring yourself back. The neuroscience on meditation and mindfulness also tells us that's the moment we are developing focus, concentration, presence. If you find yourself trying to control the breath, see if you can let go of that. And just allow the breath, this source of life in your body, just be as it is. Short, long, tight, relaxed. And see if you can even feel some gratitude for this rare opportunity in life where there's nothing to do, nowhere to be, no one to text. Your only job right now, for the next few minutes, is to be, to follow the sensation of each inhale and exhale. Your only job is to let go and relax into this simple practice. Just following the sensations of breath. So I want to go for just 2 or 3 more minutes. And for about the next minute or so, my challenge to you is to see if you can follow each inhale and exhale to the best of your ability. At that point in your body, the nose, chest, stomach. Without straining or gripping, just relaxing into concentration and focus. Relaxing out of distraction. Now follow just the next 2 or 3 breaths. Beautiful. And then one of my favorite ways to end a practice like this is to give yourself a total mind vacation. So for a minute or so, we've been really working on, focusing our attention on the breath. Just let all of that effort go. This is non-meditation meditation. This is just completely relaxing, flopping back, letting go of any effort. A rare moment of just pure relaxation. A rare moment of rest for the mind. Lord knows most of us could use it. And now, before you open your eyes and you come back into ordinary life, I want you to just notice, make a mental note of anything that's different in your mind or your body, any shifts or changes that you have experienced. And then when you're ready, you can open up your eyes, come back. So here we went from Instagram to mindfulness, relaxation, focus on the breath. Now we're back to Instagram. For me anyway, Instagram feels quite different than it did 15 minutes ago. That was about a 10 or 15 minute practice. And I'm amazed there's actually still people here. I thought everybody would be gone by now. If anybody has any questions, feel free to, I think there's a way to comment those to me, to write those out. And if not, I'm just so grateful that those of you who joined were willing to embark on this adventure with me. Mindfulness is a skill that has changed my life and my relationship in every imaginable way. And so I'm just so excited about bringing it into the world of Instagram, where we can all gather together at the same time. There's something for me about being in the same space, meditating, doing mindfulness together. It's really powerful, even though we can't see each other. So thank you, everybody, for coming.